Alright, so we're going to do a 1-inch grid on charcoal paper. You want to find a nice light pencil, so something that is an H pencil. This is an example of a 4B. It's dark, it's not a pencil you want to use. This is your regular school pencil. You can see it's a little bit lighter. That one's okay, but if you have access to a 2H pencil, then that's even slightly harder pencil, and it will give you even lighter lines. But it is harder, so if you press harder, it's going to dent the paper. You want to be really careful not to dent the paper. We're going to leave a 1/4 inch border and do a dot every inch. So for this ruler, the 0 is here. So I'm going to put that right on the edge, and I'm going to mark a 1/4 inch. To find a 1/4 inch, I can start at 1, divide it in half. There's half, so that's a 1/2 inch, 0.5. Think about it in terms of dollars, a half a dollar. Now if I wanted a 1/4, 25 cents, I have to break that in half. That's right there. That's this little line. I'm going to put a little dot, and then I'm going to put a dot at 1 and a 1/4. So again, there's 1 1/2, halfway between 1 and 2. Go halfway smaller, 1 1/4, 2 1/4, 3 1/4, 4, 5, 6. Whoop, let me back off the camera. There we go. 7 1/4, 8, 9, 10 1/4, 11 1/4. I don't know that I'll need the 12 1/4. If I do, I can just slide over my 11 and put a dot an inch away at 12. So if you look, these are all now 1 inch apart. I slid the ruler over a little bit, and now you can see it's 1, 2, 3, they're all at 1 inch. Please notice, this is important, when you're doing the dot, do the dot as a line coming away from the ruler instead of going along the ruler, because we are going to end up drawing our lines 1 inch apart going this way across our paper, so we want these dots to disappear into there. I'm going to slide the ruler down, do it a second time, and then again a third time. 1/4, 1 1/4, and so on all the way across. So now I have all of those done. I jumped ahead. There's one row of dots, there's another row of dots. Please slide your ruler down. It doesn't matter if it's here or here or here. It doesn't matter. Just make sure that the 0 is on the edge of the paper. And again, 2.5, 1.25, 2.25, 3.25, all the way across. So now I have 3 rows of dots. 1 near the top, doesn't matter where, just near the top. 1 near the middle, 1 near the bottom. Once you have all of those dots, pick up your ruler, turn it, and draw lines higher of your paper through the dots. If one of your dots is wrong, find out where your measurement is wrong. So if I put my pencil here, I put my ruler up to it, pencil here, ruler up to it, my line should go through all 3 of these dots. I am holding the pencil at the far end, not holding it here, pressing hard, and backing off. And lightly drawing a line from up to the bottom. All the way across paper. Reminder, I'm holding the pencil at the far and opposite end of the tip of the pencil. Please notice my pencil point is wicked sharp. You want to make sure that you have a really sharp pencil point so you get an accurate thin line, and the line goes directly through that dot. Okay, so now I have lines that are 1 inch apart. I am going to turn my paper 90 degrees and repeat that process. Starting up here, 0.25, 1.25, all the way across.
Good afternoon, Shaker High School.
Once you have the first row of dots somewhere near the top, slide to somewhere in the middle. Again, the 0 is on the edge of the paper. 0.25, 1.25, all the way across every inch. And then one last time, somewhere near the bottom. It doesn't have to be right on the bottom, but just near the bottom. So now I have a row of lines here, one in the middle, one near the bottom, and I'm going to put my ruler on the farthest row on the right. Let's see if I can make this all fit on the camera. Starting here, put my pencil point on there, put my pencil point on here, and lightly draw a line the whole length of the paper. And repeat that all the way across. Again, your pencil lines need to go directly through your dot so you end up with perfect squares. So now I have perfect squares. I want to erase anything that's visible, anything that looks a little bit too dark. I don't want anyone to see any of my pencil lines too much, so I'm going to erase some of these darker dots. So it's a really, really light grid, and you can label it with letters across the top, not in the box, but outside the box. So A, B, C, continue that across, and you can do numbers down. 1, 2, 3. Or if your paper is horizontal composition, then you could do it this way instead. So you gotta start it with A, B, C, and continue that across. And 1, 2, 3 on your way down. So there is my finished grid, and I will start to draw with my photograph inside one little square at a time.